Hello, my dear friends, my lovely audience, my dear fellow Californians. Welcome to the East West Show. If you care anything, if you have anything to care about, you better care about California because your own California is our own state. No matter where you are, California is one of the most beautiful states of the United States. Being a fellow Californian, I feel proud, but looking at those years, we are not very happy, especially recently. We're talking about the California gas tax. We kind of like pushed down to the very bottom. We say, well, we probably need another hand. And in Chinese, there's a proverb, you change hand, you change everything, right? That changing hand is a good thing. And it's now time talking about a candidate for California governor, which in my eye, the most hopeful, the most possible, most likely to happen, Mr. Travis Allen, Assemblyman for California for right now, 72 district, and the candidate for California governor. Sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Jack.
All right, good. I'm so glad that as one of the very high-end people coming here to the show, talking about your political ambition and your capability, in other words, your bucket, right? What you want to do. First thing that bothers me a lot is the California gas tax.
Yes.
And lots of people calls to overturn it. And question is it overturnable?
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
And how, please, and why?
You bet. So I've been a California legislator for the last 5 years. I have voted against.
Oh, by the way,
yes.
Speaking of a vote, while doing my homework, I checked his voting record. My dear audience, I share my thought with you. He has a pretty beautiful voting record. You check online yourself, right? So go ahead.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So I was elected 5 years ago in 2012, and I'm an investment advisor. So I actually manage money for clients, and I help them to save their money for retirement, to live in their home and retire here in California and have their kids go to good schools. This has been my job for the last 20 years. So when I got elected to the state legislature in 2012, I have fought against every tax increase and every regulation that has come out of Sacramento. And there have been a lot because California now has among the highest taxes in the entire nation.
We are taxed to the bone already.
It's amazing. It's amazing. This is why people like my family have left this state. So now my parents live in Oregon. My brother lives in Arizona. My best friend lives in Texas. They've all left California.
Running away.
The problem is I surf, and the best waves are right here in California, so I have to stay right here.
I see. Very good.
So
you want to build a Nova to survive, to let everybody survive.
Absolutely right.
All right.
Absolutely right.
Okay, now, can we find the logic? Can we find from the very bottom to your thinking, why would they do that? I mean, the gasoline tax.
Yes.
At the time, especially at the time when we cut to the bone already. Go ahead.
So what they try to do in Sacramento, this is Jerry Brown and the California Democrats. They've been running California for a very long time now. California Democrats have been in control of California for about 40 years. And Jerry Brown, the current governor, this is his 4th term in office. So he's been in power for a very long time. And they like to bring in money. Unfortunately, it's my money and it's your money.
Oh, of course.
And the way they do this is more taxes. So when Jerry Brown was first elected the California governor in 2010, the California state general fund budget was $86 billion. Today, 7 years later, it's $125 billion. So an extra $39 billion. That's a lot of money, right? That's a lot of dinners out.
That's a lot of money, yes.
So when he is now asking for yet another tax, this new gas tax, which is going to raise $54 billion over the next 10 years. It's going to cost everyone 12 cents more per gallon of gas starting in November, 20 cents per gallon of diesel, and then in January of next year, your ar registration goes up by up to $175 per year. And it's all just a way for him to bring even more money into Sacramento. And that's the problem. So we're fighting to stop it. I now have the only statewide initiative to actually repeal the gas tax, to say, look, our taxes are too high. Enough is enough. You have plenty of our money. You just need to spend it better. And so we are going to actually stop that
They
tax.
can't literally say, I need money, here goes the tax. They have to have a reason or excuse or some kind of a handle to push the whole thing.
Yes.
What
yes.
do they have to convince people?
So, you know what, the logic that Jerry Brown and the Democrats are using for why we must have this new gas tax, which is very expensive. It's the largest gas tax increase in California's history.
All right.
Their logic is we have the second worst roads in the nation and the worst traffic in the nation in California. And anybody that lives in Southern California to get stuck on the freeways here, you know our traffic's very bad.
Yeah.
That's what they use as their logic to get people to pay this extra tax. The problem is, though, is that none of this money, none of the tax money, will go to build any more freeway lanes anywhere in California. So it means that if you don't like the traffic today, you'll like it even less when the brand new gas tax is here and they're not expanding the freeways, because none of it will go to fix our traffic.
Yeah, let's take care one by one, take care of all the issues one by one. Let's peel the onion layer by layer, right?
Sure.
Layer one, we're talking about we have the worst road conditions in the whole nation in California.
Second worst road conditions
Second worst,
and worst traffic.
Who is the worst?
That's a good question. I don't know. It's probably one of the East Coast cities.
I'll challenge them.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Then we might have the worst. Yes, yes.
All right. And we have the worst traffic.
We do have that, without a doubt.
Okay, worst traffic. My question is, the first layer is that who caused it? How it came to a point like that? Well, does it include the negligence of the past terms, including his 4 terms?
Yes, and the answer is it absolutely does.
Anybody to be held responsible?
There is. So if you take a look, you know, our roads were among the very best in the nation in the 1950s and the 1960s.
I can prove it, by the way. I can testify myself. I came here 34 years ago. When I first arrived, first thing caught my eye that I wrote to let my friends back in China know was that your only problem is that you want to fall asleep while driving because the road is so flat.
So smooth, yes.
So smooth.
And
you heard nothing.
That's right. Yes.
The sizzling sound, like that.
Oh yeah.
Now, without me saying, right?
Yes.
You're driving bumpy cars.
Yes, without a doubt.
Right. So, okay, go ahead.
So you're exactly right. So when you came 34 years ago, California's roads were still in incredible shape. The problem is that there are certain dollars that go to the government that are supposed to fix our roads, but those monies are not going. So to give you an example, what goes up and down our freeways a lot are these semi-trucks delivering goods all throughout California. These are the big 18-wheel trucks.
Okay.
They cause a lot of damage to the road. So for that, they pay an extra fee. And that fee is supposed to go to fix the damage that they cause on our roads.
Yeah. My logic goes that way.
Yes, of course. Unfortunately, that money that they were paying since 2011, so for the past 6 years running, has been taken, all of it, from road maintenance and put into the general fund budget of California. So that's over $1.1 billion a year that should have been going to fix our roads, instead was going into the general fund budget. And it gets worse. The California state agency that's in charge of fixing our roads is the California Transportation Agency. It's called Caltrans. This agency has over 23,000 employees. Their payroll, their budget is over $10 billion a year.
10 with a B.
10 with a B. And yet our roads are still among the worst in the nation. And so you ask yourself a question, what is the government doing with all the money? And the answer is they're paying out all of these employees.
Very good.
And they're not fixing our roads.
Very good, very good. And exactly at the time when they impose the tax, though, they say we want to fix the road, right? Including tax increase, including the measures.
Yes.
Right? I recall that we have at least twice the measures for road condition, road construction, whatsoever, right? Never once the money went that way. We were cheated, not once, but over and over again. All right. Back a little bit. Who is going to guarantee that this time the tax increase, the dollars will go? If it doesn't go, anybody goes to jail?
Wouldn't that be nice? But
Wouldn't that be
unfortunately,
nice?
it doesn't work that way.
All right, good.
So,
that's why I'm excited. When I heard that you were running for governor, Well, I have to have a reason to get excited, right? If I get excited doing this job, I'll be dead already. I have to have a solid reason to feel excited. Today I am.
Thank you.
Okay, my dear audiences, I'm getting excited to see the change, all right? With me today is my good friend, Travis Allen. He is the current assemblyman for 72nd District of California, yet he is running for California governor, the candidate, one of the very hopeful, I would say not one of the very hopeful for California governor, because he has a bucket. In the bucket, you have solutions. All right, stay with me. Hello, my lovely friends, dear gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show, Jack Chow on the East West Show with G&E TV. Today, I'm getting excited, like I said. I don't want to be excited because this is the exciting job. If I get excited on an exciting job that I do day to day, I'll be dead already. Now I'm getting excited because I have a good reason to get excited, because in California, a state that you are so unsatisfied with, there's going to be some new hand coming in. One of them is my good friend, Mr. Travis Allen, assemblyman currently for 72 District of California, Republican. Regardless, it's not a partisan issue, all right?
No,
okay?
no, absolutely
This
not.
is the Californian issue.
Yes.
This is the Californian issue. We were talking about the California gasoline tax under a very handsome excuse, saying that our road conditions are the second worst in the nation and our traffic is the worst of the nation, so on and so forth. Yet my first question, to peel off the first layer of the onion, is that where did the money go? Where did the money go, right? When the money didn't go where it is needed, it's designed for, where it is earmarked, anybody goes to jail?
Well,
No.
that would be nice.
That would be nice,
Unfortunately,
right?
it doesn't work that way in politics.
All right, very good.
So
very
what
good.
they say is, they say one thing. They say the tax is for the roads,
Okay.
but then they spend it on something else. And
You
nothing
mentioned the California budget. We have a 30 billion, right? Would it be, right?
Well, the California budget overall, the general fund budget is $125 billion.
All right.
That's our total general fund budget. And the gas tax that we're talking about will raise about an extra $5.4 billion per year, $54 billion over the next 10 years.
All right. Now, if California has been a poor state, we wouldn't have money to build a bullet train.
That's right. That's right.
Now that you have money for a bullet train, well, you better think. Okay, here's the logic. If I drive by, I saw a homeless handling for money, right? And I see a Rolex watch on his wrist.
Yes.
What do I do? What do
probably,
you do?
You probably don't give him $5.
What do you do?
Yes.
And you know what I will do? Oh, please help me. I need money. I will say that.
Sure.
I need money. All right. Is California now? You know California better because you've been assemblyman since 2012.
For 5 years, yes.
And I check your voting record. I check what your involvement is, and you are deeply involved with the California politics, right?
Absolutely.
Politics is money in this case.
Yep.
Well, do we have money?
So
Are we
California,
short?
yes. No, California has plenty of money. California has more money today than we've ever had in our history. There's so much money in California. The problem is the money is coming in, but then it's all going out the back door.
All right.
So right now, the California general fund budget is about $125 billion. And you ask yourself, if with all of this money, why are our roads in such bad condition, right?
Yes.
Why do we have bad schools and rising crime, and why don't we have enough water?
And then when everything is this bad, why do we need a bullet train?
And why do we need a bullet train? Exactly right. Especially when we can take Southwest Airlines for $59 anywhere in the state.
Yeah. Even if a bullet train comes up for free, do you have the efforts to do it?
No.
Do you have the time to do it?
No. The bullet train is going to cost, current estimates are over $80 billion. The bullet train, Californians can't afford, don't want, and no one will ever ride. This thing will never be built. It's a pipe dream, but it's a way to get more money, more tax money into Sacramento. And so you ask the question, with all of this money that's coming in through taxes to Sacramento for California, where does all the money go? And the answer is this. There are now more state workers than ever in California, and they make more money than ever. The average government worker in California makes over 50% more than the average private sector worker. So if you want a great job, you go to the government because they're paying 50% more than the private sector.
Plus,
this is where the problem is.
Plus, there's our security jobs.
Of course.
You never worry about being fired or whatever.
You have all of these pensions there and all these benefits.
You can be the A whatever. Feel free to do so. You never get fired.
Well, and I mean, there are employment practices in place, but yes, this has always been the thought process, is that you have job security with the government. And usually the trade-off is that you could work for, the government and maybe make a little bit less, but you have some more job security. But that's no longer the case. Now the government pays 50% more than the private sector, and you have all of these very lavish pension benefits and healthcare benefits for life, which is where all the money's going in California.
You know what they do? I just add up a little bit, right? You check about Freeway 605 in I-10.
Yes.
All right, good. When they do the repair, they do it daytime. Nighttime, they never do a thing, right? 8:30 in the morning, when the traffic is the worst, at that very moment, almost like they put up a show. That beep, beep, whistling, and like that, they are at work. Why wouldn't they do it at 2 o'clock at night?
Well, and this is the problem that I have. In California, it takes 3 times the amount of money to build a road that it does in any other state in the nation. 3 times the national average in California. And
why 3 times?
It costs 3 times more to build a road in California. The question is why? It's because these workers are getting paid more than all of the other states. And every time you drive past a freeway project, you might see 20 trucks there, and you might see 30 or 40 people there. And doesn't it always seem like you see about 10 of them working, and the rest of them are just standing around talking? This is the problem. It's that as the government is doing these projects in California, they are doing them too slow, they are too expensive, and the bottom line is they're just not getting done. So they now want even more money from you, from me, from everybody in California for gas taxes, when they're not even using the money they already have to fix the problems. And they have plenty.
That I can testify. Again, a year and a half ago, I was by court decision given a 8-hour service as a punishment over a small matter, which I fought and I won later. That's the consequences, right? However, for that very moment, I capitulated. I went to the assignment. I was assigned to Caltrans. At one of the Caltrans center, there are almost 22, either 20 or 22 workers there. And there are 8 of us. The 8 of us, we had nothing to do. They say, okay, how about you wash our cars?
Oh, shoot.
Okay, the 8 of us wash their cars. You know what they do? You know what they do?
No idea.
They're sleeping.
Wow. See,
They're doing nothing.
Is the problem.
They were doing nothing.
This is the problem.
For a whole day.
Yeah.
For a whole day, the 22 workers never did a thing. And then I believe that day on payroll, it is on record, they get paid.
Of course, of course. This is the problem. There are plenty of very good people working for the state and in state government. There's a lot of great people, but there's also a lot that goes on in state government work that would never be accepted in the private sector. In the private sector, if you own a company or a job or a restaurant or a shop or something like this, everybody's working every moment of the day, because if they're not, that's your money, right? You're spending your money.
Yeah, of course.
Unfortunately, in the state government, now it's not their money. It's the public's money. It's somebody else's money. And so that's why you see all of these practices where you see a lot, a lot of extra employees, extra time spent. And the bottom line is these projects are costing more money, they're taking more time, and they are not getting completed.
And also, they made the pension plans and retirement plans at the best times of California.
Huge.
Which is sky high.
Sky high.
Right? Now they have to keep the promise. they have to get money for that. There's a black hole. You're never gonna fill it up. So now, as a governor, as a taxpayer, instead of asking for a change for a governor, what can we do? You tell me.
Okay, so
what can we do?
There's a couple things. So as a state legislator, I fought against this most recent tax increase, Jerry Brown's gas tax. I fought.
All right, good.
But there was nothing we could do because Jerry Brown had all the votes. So he got the gas tax pushed through. So that means every Californian's gas goes up by 12 cents in November for regular gas, 20 cents for diesel, and starting in January, your car registration, when you get it in the mail, it's going to be up to $175 more per year. So I sat there and I said, you know what, maybe I can't beat him as a California lawmaker, but I can beat him as a California citizen. So I now have a ballot initiative to fight the gas tax, to repeal the gas tax.
Yes,
I want to give you a chance, and everyone sitting
Very
at
good,
home,
very good.
a chance to vote.
Very good.
And we can
very
actually
good.
throw
very
out
good.
this
That's a
tax.
very wise way to do so. I was wondering, I was even asking why there wasn't a valid initiative.
Yes.
Yeah, ballot initiative would approve that Californian people do not want it, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, now.
Absolutely.
And speaking of that, though, there's a little trick to play. Okay, they had very little advertising about it, and once they do, you heard the word what they say about it, the necessity.
Of course.
All
of
right.
course.
So that is why they got easily passed, because they cheated.
Yes, they snuck it through. Remember,
Yes.
when Jerry Brown got elected in 2010, he made a simple promise to get elected. He said, no new taxes without voter approval. Right? That was his promise.
That
Because
was his
everybody
quote
knew that
unquote.
we already paid really high
That
taxes.
was his quote unquote. Yes.
That was his quote. He broke that promise because just a couple months ago, he rammed through the largest gas tax increase in California's history, and you never got a chance to vote on it. No California citizens did. So he rammed through the largest gas tax increase ever in California's history with no vote of the people. So that's why we're going to repeal it. We're giving the people a vote.
And by the way, I advertised about the discussion today, the show today.
Yes.
Lots of my followers, I do have lots of followers, lots of fans, right? And they ask me questions. Hey, please ask him this. Please ask him that. Like you, meaning you, right? Those questions are not my question.
Yes.
Some of those are my fans' questions, like such as anybody goes to jail. That question.
Exactly,
In
yes.
strong words,
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
goes to jail. All right. My dear audiences, my lovely audiences, today with me is our hope. I call it that way. Never let us down, please. Candidate for governor for California, Mr. Travis Allen, Assemblyman, current Assemblyman for 72 District of California. And we're talking about, in California, there are things as obvious as the gasoline tax, that can be imposed. When that can happen, nothing can't.
That's right.
Better be vigilant. Here's alert, right? So let's take a very short moment now. When we come back, we'll peel out the third layer of the onion, please. Hello, my dear friends, my lovely audiences. Welcome back to the show. Oh, by the way, thank you for those of you who wrote to me asking questions prior to the show during the preparation. Thank you very much for your concern. I know your concern is my concern because we're talking about our own pocket. And 63 cents is not a small deal. That's a big deal. $175 is a chunk. It's a chunk from me, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, now. We're talking about California gasoline tax recently imposed to be effective November, and starting January things will get worse. We have our hope here. We have my good friend Travis Allen, current Assemblyman of California 72 District, running for governor for California, preparing everything to overturn that law.
That's right.
So thank you for thinking of that, even thinking
Thanks
of
so
that.
much.
You got my first credit for even thinking of that, all right? So now, I asked you in the very beginning, I said, is it overturnable? And
Yes.
you said yes, right?
Absolutely.
Why it is overturnable?
So any law that is passed in California can be overturned with a vote of the people. But the way you have to do this is you have to have a ballot initiative. So when I sat in the legislature and I saw this massive gas tax increase, I said, you know, I voted against it and I made big speeches against it, but the other side won. Jerry Brown got his big gas tax. But I said, you know what, maybe I can't stop this as a legislator, but I can stop it as a California citizen. So I picked up my phone, I called my legal team, and I said, let's do a ballot initiative to stop the gas tax.
I see.
And that's what we have right now. So there's a website, and you can go to the website. It is nocagastax.com.
NoCAGasTax.com.
That's it. That's it. You can go to the website and learn more. You can sign up to get the official signature packets. And if you donate $5 or more, I will actually mail you one to your house with a postage paid return address envelope. So all you have to do is sign, put it in the mail, and we'll get it in. Now, we need 365,880 signatures to get this on the ballot. 365,880.
880.
Yes.
All right.
Of California voter signatures to put this on the ballot on November 2018.
All right.
So we have to get all the signatures so we can actually put this on the ballot, and so you and everyone at home finally has a chance to vote on this gas tax increase.
And I'd appreciate, I thank you, I want to thank you on behalf of my audiences for your unrelenting efforts in this regard, because like I said, it is our own money. It's our own taxpayers' pocket that you're watching, right? And you're not giving up, all right? One way it's not possible. You just circumvent it.
Yes.
Going back to the back door. The back door, by the way, my audience, is a strong back door. Thanks to the system, we do have the ballot initiative issue. If you go that back door, though, everything goes to your eye. You're the boss.
That's right. And that's where the power belongs in California.
All needed is 365,880 signatures. Well, 365,880, that's the signature needed. Compared to California population, is not a big deal.
No. There's 39 million people in California.
How about that? I call upon my fans, whoever you want to support me, whoever says, oh, Jack is a good guy, please prove it. Go to the NoCAGasTax.com. 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 Sign your name on as to be one of the 365,880 signators, and you probably win altogether big time.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
And by the way, donation-wise, what kind of donation we're talking about?
So what we're looking to do is if everyone can donate $5, that will allow us to print up all of these 365,000 packets and send them out.
I see.
We will also give you a paid return address envelope. So all you have to do, we will send you the signature packet, you get it to your house, you sign, but there's also space for up to 10 more people to sign. So each packet has space for 10 voters to sign.
I see.
And then we'll also give you a return address envelope. So you just put it back in the envelope, put it in the mail, and it will automatically be counted.
In other words, the register online, you get a package in your mail.
Yes.
And you sign it, mail it back.
That's right. That's right.
The $5 are needed for the process going back and forth.
That's exactly right.
And what if they want to do more?
If you want to do more, please do more, because obviously we have to send these out across the entire
You will not
state
get
of
upset
California.
if they do more?
No. There's actually no limit. So we've gotten some very large donations
Very
too.
good.
And if you can donate more, it actually helps us to send even more packets out to other people that can't
Very
afford
good.
it.
How long has it been ongoing?
So we started about 2 or 3 months ago with the initiative.
203, maybe June?
Yeah, right about June is when we started the initiative. I think it was June 22nd is when we started.
June 22nd, okay.
And what happens is when you submit the ballot initiative, you send it to the Attorney General of California. The Attorney General looks at it for 65 days, and then he writes a title and summary. And the title and summary is what you'll see on top of that signature packet you get in the mail. It's also what you see in the ballot booth when you go to vote in November.
The voter book.
In the voter book, that's exactly what you'll see. It's the title and summary. Now, According to the California Constitution.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
Excuse me, I always insert because I can't wait for that day to happen. When they do the description of the ballot measure, though, make sure they use the right wording.
This is the problem. This is the problem.
Sometimes they're very, very confusing.
Well, and that's exactly what they just did.
Do you agree if somebody says that I don't think Jack is not a handsome guy? So can you keep tracking?
So yes, this is what we do.
All right.
So what happens is the Attorney General sends back his version of the title and summary, which is what he just did about 2 weeks ago.
All right.
Unfortunately, this is the gas tax we're talking about. It was put in place by Jerry Brown and the Democrats.
Okay.
The Attorney General was appointed by Jerry Brown, and he's a Democrat.
Okay.
So do you think he gave us a fair title and summary?
All right.
No way.
No.
It is completely misleading. It doesn't even mention the word tax or fee. And so I saw this title and summary. I said, well,
all right.
voters will get confused. This
The
is
war has started already.
It did.
Right.
So I am suing the Attorney General right now in Superior Court in California, and we will win. It's September 22nd.
On my position doing my job for this many years, though, I'm sensitive enough to know, to predict there are going to be some magic word play.
Of course there is.
Right?
Yep.
So like I said, do you agree if somebody tells you Jack is not a not handsome guy? So what am I saying?
Exactly.
Is Jack handsome? Nobody follows.
Exactly.
Nobody follows.
We all know you're a good-looking guy. Jack.
Or we can ask, do you not agree?
Yes.
Okay, do you think you will not agree?
By playing with the words.
Playing with the word, yes. and by logic, yes or no, yes or no. And then the flippy-floppy, the voters get lost before they can do anything.
That's what they're trying to do with this.
All right. So about the wording, about the description of the initiative, so what do you want to do?
Okay.
Make sure they do the right job.
And we're going to. So what happened is the Attorney General gave us one of these misleading title and summaries. So now I am suing him on your behalf, on behalf of all Californians. I'm suing him in Superior Court. Our court date is September 22nd, and we are going to win. So once we win in September 22nd, you will be able to see on your title and summary that this is one thing and one thing alone. It's a repeal of the gas tax.
All right.
Very simply in plain English.
Politics are so dirty. Especially dirty politics are dirtier than dirty, right? Okay, now, why don't they just say, hey, we increased your gas tax. Do you agree or not?
Yes, they should.
Simple.
They should.
Right?
The Constitution tells them they have to do that.
Our third grader will understand what you're talking about.
That's right.
If they had a right to vote.
And the reason they don't tell you that honestly is because Californians don't want this gas tax. There was a recent survey done that found that 60% of Californians across the state, regardless of age, gender, income,
I know for sure.
they don't want the gas tax.
You will win. You will win. We will win. We will win a landslide.
That's right.
Right? For sure. We have to have a leader. The leader is here, right? The leader is here, ready to go. And as a matter of fact, for 2 and 3 months already is in the process.
Yes.
And the Attorney General, appointed by Jerry Brown, is being even sued for playing word games.
That's right. That's right.
Very good. It's getting better that way.
That's exactly right.
Getting
And we're going to win. So our court date comes up very soon, September 22nd. Once we win in court, then we'll have a clear title and summary, which will tell you that exactly what it is to repeal the gas tax, and then we'll send out all of the signature packets for everyone to sign.
Obviously you're more energetic.
Absolutely. Oh, come on, we got to do this.
All right, we got to do it. All right, my dear audience, I'm getting more excited than I started. I started to see some twilight already because I knew that we were going to win. I'm sure that we will. And, well, of course, we need you. Once again, is nocagastax.com. No, CA for California, gas tax, what we're talking about, .com.
That's it. Very simple.
There, you get registered. You want to donate a little something for $5. There's only 2 cups of coffees.
Yeah,
That's it, right?
$5 will mail you out your own signature packet with return address envelope. Donate more if you want, but at least $5.
If it goes Starbucks, it's only 2.
That's right.
Right? Other places, McDonald's probably do 3, 4, something like that. Anyway, do what you want to do. Do what you can do for yourself. You will help us helping you is that kind of thing.
That's right.
Right? If you want to be helped, help us helping you, that kind of thing. Remember, it's on the screen already. I believe my editor did a good job. NoCAGasTax.com. Check that. Register. Little donation. Here you go.
That's right.
All right. All right. All we need is 365,880 signatures. So be one of it. I know when we finish the show, I'll be the one actually doing it.
Thank you so much.
You'll have
Jack.
one more name.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right, good. All right, so let's take a very short moment now. When we come back, we will find out how we want to make sure that this candidate goes to the office.
Thank you so much.
Right, which we need. We'll be Hello, my dear friends, my lovely audiences. Welcome back to the show. Jack Chow, your lovely host, getting excited. When I get excited, my brain works faster. Normally, I'm slow. I'm a slow guy. I'm slower than my wife. Anyway, talking about, there's no way you can be slow because we are taxed to the bone already.
In California.
We're slow already, right? So, with the California gasoline tax, being effective in November, this coming November, and starting next January going even worse, already imposed on us Californians, we have a fighter, we have a knight here trying to overturn it, right? In leading the campaign, he created a website that's called NoCAGasTax.com.
That's right.
Right, go check it. You'll find out yourself. Do what you want to do. Do what Jack asked you to do, because you're my fans, right? Okay. My brothers, sisters, you want to do it, please, for you yourself. Okay, now, I know there's no suspicion about we're winning, right? We're talking about once in office, doing job in the office. As a governor, though, you're not only thinking about gas tax.
Correct.
There are lots of different aspects about California, right? How you want to run your office?
So
please.
I am now running.
Maybe a general question.
Yes, absolutely.
But if you hit some details, I'll appreciate.
Okay, great. So I am now running to be the next governor of the state of California, and it's very simple. California is the largest economy in the United States. We're the 6th largest economy in the entire world.
Yes, yes,
but we have the highest poverty rate in the entire United States.
All right.
Because this state is not being run like a business. If this was your business, you would run it very well.
You're
the
right.
money that you get in would go where it's supposed to go. You would fix the roads. You would have the best schools in the nation. You'd make sure that there was no crime.
You take care of poverty.
Absolutely.
Homeless.
Lots of jobs. You take care of the homeless situation. But that's not how our state has been run. Our state has not been run like a business. Our state has been run like a piggy bank for politicians with their special projects like the bullet train to nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
Right? This is the problem.
Yeah, sure,
so
sure.
they're paying out a lot of money to a lot of their friends, but our money is not getting spent well. So I am running to be the governor of California to fix 5 basic issues.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Cut taxes.
Cut taxes.
Stop rising crime.
Stop rising crime.
Fix our roads.
Fix all roads.
And that means improve our traffic too.
Yeah,
right?
of course, yeah.
Once again, have the best education in the United States.
Bring up education.
That's exactly right. And the last is complete the state water project. So we don't have to go
Complete
through
state
these
water
droughts
project.
every 10 years.
All right. Let me see. Cut taxes.
Yes.
Right. Stop crime increase.
That's exactly right.
And to fix the road. Make sure we have the best education. And the last thing is that we want, what is that last one?
Complete the state water project.
Complete the state water
so
project.
we have more water every year. We don't have to go through these droughts like
right.
we just went through every
Very
10
good.
years.
Very good. All these five livelihood, I call them livelihood. Because speaking of water, I have a constant show with Tony Zampiello of California Water Authority, Water Master, and Ken Manning of Water Quality Control of California, talking about the water situation over and over again.
Oh, yes.
At those shows, one thing they pointed out was that money was misallocated.
All the time. All the time.
Misallocated.
Yes.
Right. All right.
Because California is not being run like a business.
You have no problem if I ask my editor to put the 5 on your bucket on the screen?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. So let's do it again, all right? And I like that. That's why I get excited. I told you I don't get excited for no reason. Okay, number 1.
Cut taxes.
Cut taxes.
And that starts with a gas tax, right?
That starts with that.
We have to cut taxes.
Yeah, we're
in California.
doing it.
That's exactly right. We're already getting started.
Okay, number 2.
The next is stop rising crime.
Stop rising crime.
We have to live in safe communities. Just last year in the state of California, we had double-digit increases in 34 cities of violent crime. So
Okay,
we have to
speaking
get
of
tough
that,
on
can we
crime.
pause a little bit?
Yes.
About the early jail alignment, about the early release. How are you going to handle that problem?
Look, AB 109 was the early release of criminals, and then you had Prop 47 and
47,
Prop 57.
57,
That's right.
yes.
And this was taking felonies down to misdemeanors.
Yes.
So now you have criminals that are being let free and just getting a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
What this is causing is crime rising in all of the major markets in California. Last year alone, 34 California cities had double-digit increases in violent crime. This is crime in your community.
Even a Wheeler officer get killed.
Yeah, this is exactly right. That's exactly right. We must stop this. We must once again get tough on crime in California. This used to be the state of 3 strikes, right? 3 strikes and you're out. That got crime going lower and lower for 2 decades. But now,
And now, instead of 450, you're talking about 950. They increased the threshold. So
yes, for property crime.
You're no longer criminal because I did only 880, for example.
Yeah, you're talking about small theft.
Yeah, small
The
theft.
limit used to be $450 for misdemeanor. Now it's $950,
yeah.
which means they can steal just about anything out of your
They
house.
jokingly,
right?
they take a
your
calculator
iPhone.
to whatever,
Of course,
and then
of course.
look at the price stickers and then steal this altogether, make it a 910, 12.
That's right. And Jack, it's just common sense.
All right.
We know that if we make it, it's just a slap on the wrist for crime and you get out of jail early, we're going to have more criminals.
No.
And we won't be
Sometimes they flash incarcerated. That's it.
That's right.
The next day they're out.
One day in, next day out.
Okay. Now,
we gotta
number
get
2.
tough on crime.
Number 2, tough on crime.
Yeah.
Now, number 3,
Number 3, we have to fix our roads
fix the road.
and rebuild more lanes in our freeways so we're not stuck in traffic all the time. The average Californian spends 90 hours of their life.
You're
every
not
year
talking
in
about
traffic.
toll roads, right?
No,
Which is
roads-
empty all the time.
We need roads for everybody, for all Californians, not just the ones that want to pay.
It is against logic. It is a lunatic. I'm like, okay, my word, you are crowded already, and then you cut out a lane, say, hey, this is for express, right? And whereas the other 4 gets even more crowded, and because you charge, and that lane is empty.
That's right. And the problem is a lot of times those extra toll lanes were paid for with your tax dollars.
Yeah.
So you already paid once. Why do you have to pay again another toll? We can actually expand our freeways and build more lanes that everybody can
And
use.
it's funny, from here downtown, $1.75. From here to whatever, $3.45. Like that, they have prices over there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, funny. Anyway, now fix that, right?
Fix our roads.
And education. What do I want to do with education?
California used to have among the best education system in the nation. We were the model for the rest of the country. But now, because the California Teachers Union protects bad teachers, they can't fire bad teachers. And you know what? If you're a parent and you don't want to send your kid to a bad school, you're forced to. So parents can no longer choose to send their kids to the best schools, and those schools can't fire the bad teachers. So California's schools now are ranked among the nation's worst. We have to once again get serious about our education. Education is for one reason and one reason only, to educate our children. It's not there to pay the bureaucrats and pay the administrators and pay the teachers. It's there for the kids. And so we have to be able to fire bad teachers, and parents have to be able to send their kids to the very best schools.
You have to make laws allow them to fire bad teachers.
That's exactly right. And that's why I'm running to be the next governor, because the most important thing to many Californians is not just your life and making sure that you do well, it's for your children. So I have an 8-year-old daughter, and my wife is 6 months pregnant now.
Oh,
so I have another one coming.
Congratulations.
That's right. Yes.
Right.
And
Boy or girl?
I don't know yet. It's going to be a surprise. I like surprises.
You want to do a surprise,
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So my 8-year-old daughter is in public school, but I want it to be the very best public school. And it's my taxpayer money and your taxpayer money that's going to that school. So we have a right to demand the very best education for our children. But that's going to take a governor that is willing to stand up and truly reform our education system, because we must have the right to fire bad teachers. We must once again have the best education system in the entire United States, which means that you can send your kids to the very best schools with the very best teachers. And when they go to school, they don't have to worry about drugs and being bullied and all the problems that come with bad schools. We got to fix our schools in California.
My take is that if you can afford the 20 years or 30 years of not doing anything with the road, which is bad.
Yes.
Right? But you can fix it next 30 years. But if you wasted a generation for 30 years,
then it's gone.
The future is gone.
Yes.
It's posterity you're talking about.
That's right.
It's the nation you're talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's the state you're talking about. So your number 4 is extra important.
Yes, yes. We must have a great education system in California.
Okay,
5 is water.
Water.
We all know, especially here in Southern California, California goes through a drought every 10 years, right? Every 10 years is a big drought. The problem is that we actually have more water than we could ever hope for in California. But when it rains, it washes out into the ocean.
Yeah.
So we have to start storing water. We must complete the state water project. So back in the 1950s and 60s, they started to build it up.
And
but
do
it was
you
never
realize?
finished.
Yeah. Do you realize there is even conflict between North and the South California?
Oh, absolutely, huge conflict.
Yeah.
And the problem is that all of this rain that we just got in California, we have a big drought from 2014 to 2017, and then we got historic rainfall. But we didn't get to store this rain.
Yeah, you're right.
It
You're
burst
right.
the dams because they had never fixed the dams, and
With
the rest
the-
washed into the ocean.
With the water, according to Mr. Zampiello, he says all we did was that we brought the reserve 15% higher than before it.
Yes. We
As a matter of
increased
fact, we
reserves.
should have done the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Anyway, my dear friends, we're over time, but we really want to do overtime because it's worth it. I like hopes. California do need hope, and I believe that those 5 in his bucket are always the most important and devastating issues that he will want to emphasize once he takes office. And I wish California good luck to have this man in office as next governor, and I wish him good luck too. And I let my audience know this is not the only show I do with Governor Allen. No, Governor Allen. I want to advance it already.
With your help.
Oh my God. Okay, anyway, with our future Governor Allen, we do need some young men there. We do need some brain there. We do need the solutions, those important solutions. For that, we want to wrap it. And to my audience, thank you very much for watching. Oh, by the way, do not forget to go check what is the website address? The website is nocagastax.com.
That's right. That's right.
Very good. Thank you.
Jack, thank you so much.
Thank
My
you.
pleasure.
Yeah.